So I'm going to just record. I'm going to record and I'm going to review really quick. So number one, the best thing to do in that accountability, hold on, Tune I think is wanting to come in. And that accountability community is to, Jesus, relax. My gosh. All right. Is to post a valuable post every day. It doesn't have to be well thought out. It can just be random thing. Comment on all your challengers posts and try to ask them more questions and draw out more information from them and be following up with them in personal messaging, whether it's texting on Facebook or wherever it is that you guys have been communicating. That's how you're going to be able to support your people. Oh, and make sure to follow up at the end and see, what did they like the most about it, and do they want to continue? And so those are what I would say to focus on, those points for getting the most out of that group for the people that you do invite. Now we can open up the floor to the nitty gritty of, obviously Matilda had a post that did really well. And she's, had some people enroll and she's already supporting those people. So if anybody else has shares about a post that they made that did really well, that actually did really well, meaning like it got engagement and people, it piques people's curiosity for what we do. Or we can talk about how you want to share, different ways of sharing, different ideas of posting, and then all the way through. Milan Jensen has like an 8-step process or something for like her UK team created of getting people from the point of like, I'm interested to enrollment to supported to the end. So I'm going to see what that process looks like because we're in Team Genesis, which is our upline. And I'll get that to you guys as soon as I have it. But in the meantime, let's open up the floor and see who has suggestions, ideas, and shares and whatnot.
Yeah, I could share a little bit just because my strategy has been a little bit different, I guess, because I've been focusing really a lot on growing my Instagram to have, my quality followers that I think that would be potential future customers for me, not just to grow my Instagram to have a number. And so in doing that, I have a lot of Orange Theory people and I have a lot of gym people on my Instagram page. So I've really been focusing actually on just communicating with them, just talking to them and, commenting on their posts, authentically, like kept starting conversations with them. So I'm not really like trying to appeal to like the masses right now. I'm really just honing in on a few people that I think post in a way that is open and post in a way like they're kind of showing a little bit of vulnerabilities, like as they're going through trying to work out at home and they're afraid that they're going to lose their gains and they're afraid that they're losing that stuff. So I just kind of, talk to them a little bit more. And I've had to where through our conversations, I've just been able to be like, if you're not burning enough calories at home, like, ask them why. Are you not pushing yourself hard at home? Do you not have, equipment? Do you not have good plans? And, we have conversations about that. And I really have to slow myself down because I don't want to just be like, hey, do this. And, I'm not trying to give them the answers. I'm trying to let them feel like they need the answers. And so in doing that, finally, I'll get to the point where you want to burn more calories. Will you do me a favor and try this workout? Because I'd love to see how many calories you burn from doing this workout. I give them the work trial because I know that's going to burn some calories. And like, so this girl did it. And she's like, yeah, that was way better. So for her, I'm just going to be like, hey, that's awesome. If you want to try another one, I have another one. And I gave her another one and I'll follow back up with her. So I'm just kind of like, I'm picking a few people that I kind of want to build a relationship with that so that I can give them a sample workout, for example, and then follow up with them on the sample workout and kind of get them to want to watch my page because I'm showing up every day, posting my workouts on my page and posting my calories burned and posting, my routine because I'm not worried about my routine changing. So that's kind of how I've been like looking at it, is just more like picking a few people one-on-one, connecting with them until I can give them little pieces of stuff. And then then I know I'm going to kind of like create a more like authentic growth where they're going to want to follow me. And then I know that, and I can feasible things that they can use. And then I can ask them how they used it and how it was for them. So that's kind of like what I've been working on this past week.
That's awesome.
Well,
I love your approach. I think it's really gonna create a solid foundation for your business to grow really well. That'll work really well for your personality too. So
yeah, for me, it makes it a little less overwhelming for me to kind of keep it more on that, smaller, more like pointed communication, I guess. And it feels good to me to, communicate like that. So I kind of like that because it doesn't make me feel like overwhelmed by, oh my God, I got to because we do have a lot of great information. Right now we have so much to offer, and it's hard to just throw that out there and like spew it out there because it doesn't, then you just start feeling like salesy, and then people start swiping. So like, all right, great. You got something for me. Everybody's got something for everybody, So it's
yeah.
just kind of makes it feel more, whatever. So that feels good for me.
And to spin off that, that's what your week, your like next week's post shouldn't be every day. Hey, I got this free group for you. It should be, hey guys, look at me. Here I am doing my workout at home. Like, I'm still burning my calories. Hey guys, here's how I'm taking care of my mindset during this time. I'm meditating every day. Like different things that are what you're doing it's a journal. It's your own personal journal that you're posting on social media to show people like, this is what I'm doing. And then, a soft invite in there could be like, ask me if you're curious about anything else, reach out to me. It doesn't have to be, hey, I'm starting a 7-day free group. Who wants to join? And this is what you get. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be however, just very natural, your posts and your shares. And definitely by the end of the week, it's like if there's a book by Gary Vaynerchuk called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And the jab, jab, jab is you posting value, value, value. So like you're posting little workout clips day one. Tuesday, you're posting something about how much this community has changed your life. Wednesday, you're posting something about, to make them laugh, or, it's something about personal development that you learned that day. And then Thursday could be like a soft invite. Hey, I've been posting about, this is my journey all week. I do my workouts, I do my personal development, and, I have this community of people that I do it with. If that's something that you're curious about and want some information, reach out to me. So that's your right hook. That's your actual invite where you're, inviting them to an opportunity to work with you. So when you have to remember that not every post is going to be all 7 days of join me. Here's how you join me, reach out to me, send me a message. It's just value, 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 invite. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Jonna. That's a really great approach. I like it. Does anybody else have shares or shares about how they've approached this and found that works well for them, or how they plan to, or questions? Somebody's driving. Oh, Stephanie. I'm like, somebody's showing me the roof of their car.
Yeah, I was finally able to join one. I'm like, yes, I'm getting on the call, even if it's not the whole time.
I know, we got a lot of people on today.
Marissa, before we we don't have to change topics yet, but I do want to go back to the coach sneak peek when you get a chance after we're done with this.
Okay. Does anybody else want to have like something to share or a question to ask before we talk about the coach stories for the sneak peek? Looks like Sabrina's going to say something.
I just wanted to say hi. I know I've been very MIA the last few months. There's been a lot going on, and I let it overwhelm me. And so I want you guys to know that I really appreciate knowing that I'm always welcome to share, and that no matter how far away I get, that I'm not ever going to go away, but that I need you guys just as much as some of these other people that aren't a part of the coaching, because seeing everything, I probably would have lost more of myself than what I did the last few months. There really has been a lot going on. So I'm back, and this is something that I need, not only for me, but for, my family, and for, to show everybody else that, no matter how far back you feel like you've gone, that you can still move forward. So
Sabrina,
3 steps back, 1 step forward.
I'm so happy to see you back.
It's good to see your face. I know. And you're going through the Ultimate Reset is really so interesting. And I think a lot of people your food looks amazing. It's really it's so nice. But I know I can think of people like in our Everyday Choices group that, they need a reset too. And I think that you, you're really good at it. You're really good at doing the Ultimate Reset. I love it because you know exactly what you're doing. You make it look easy. It's good. It's really good. And I would love to hear more about it. Anytime you want to talk about it more, I think it's a great topic.
Yeah,
my people too.
Well, and I'm planning on, because my last day is next Tuesday, so I'm actually planning on trying to go live on Wednesday morning in the group and just kind of give an overview of how I felt and everything. And I actually forgot to take before pictures, but talk about the weight loss and how I feel and everything else, because I know that there, like you had said, there were a couple of people that were interested in asking about it. And honestly, like I said, there were a few things from the last time that I did it that I didn't really like the food, but it was everything that I've had this time, except for the squash with the tahini. And I think it was the tahini that turned me off of it. But everything else has been so good. And this week, it's kind of a heat and repeat kind of thing, because you have a certain number of options. And I remember from the last time that there were quite a few of those that I really wasn't a fan of. So I'm kind of doing the same thing, but it makes it easy because I know exactly what foods, exactly how much. I don't really even have to look at the recipe now. So, but yeah, the food is awesome. And even with me having to cook protein and stuff like that for my fiance and his mom, it really doesn't bother me. They can eat it. I have no problem. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to go live on Wednesday in the Everyday Choices group and kind of give an overview of how it went for me and how I plan to maintain what I've achieved and going forward.
Thank you for sharing it all with us, and I'm so happy to see your face, and you always have support here. I'm glad you came back.
Yeah. Like I said, I might drift away, but I'm never gonna go all the way away. So
I have my times too. Sometimes you don't hear from me for 3-4 days in the group, and I'm like, sorry guys, I've been going through shit too. Everybody has their time, but that's why I think this community, what we have to offer right now, this community is vital in helping people really truly take better care of themselves, and really, really shifting the energy of the entire planet, not just, one person, but everybody.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important what we do right now more than ever. Since we have a little break, let's do, in the conversation, let's do a boomerang really quick. Let's see. All right. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, nope. Hold on. Second time's a charm. All right, I gotta hold my phone really still. 1, 2, 3. All right. And then, okay, so real quick, let's switch gears and let's go over, if anybody else wants to share their coaching story on the sneak peek. Once I do the little presentation, which I still need to fix, and that's on my to-do list for tomorrow, is to get it all set. Then we'll have a couple of coaches share their own personal journey, their story. So if anybody else wants to do that, Jonna said she would. Georgia, I know that you had said you couldn't but now that, I don't know if you can now because of this, the girls aren't going to be going to
I
their
can
sports. Okay.
because, yep, nope, they don't have dance class next week, so I'll be there live.
So on the sneak peek, it starts at 8 Eastern time. You know, I'm hoping my presentation is, 20 minutes or ish. And then, each coach can share their story and take like 5 minutes to share their story. And that's what people really connect with the most. And it doesn't have to be financial success. It doesn't have to be like I quit my job and I make a 6-figure income with Beachbody. It's just what Beachbody has done for you, like how it's changed your life. So Jonna and Georgia are going to do that. When you share your coaching story, you are trying to connect people from, and this is the way it is on your posts on social media as well, you're trying to connect with people who are the old version of you. So whatever Beachbody's done for you, whether it's creating consistency with your healthy habits, whether it's allowed you to have hope and be a part of this community, whether it's Sabrina, like she knows she's never going to go too far because she's got this community that will always like reel her back in and keep her healthy. Whatever it is that it's done for you, like whatever it's changed in your life, the biggest impact it's had, you're trying to connect with the old you, the old version of you. That's the person on the other side of the screen that's reading your posts and listening to your share. You're trying to connect with them in a way that they can say, oh my gosh, I could totally see myself in her story. Because that's me. Like the way you describe yourself, this is how I'm feeling. I felt depressed. I felt exhausted. I had no energy. I wasn't consistent. I was overweight. Whatever it is, that's your story. And then you're trying to show them, but these are the changes that I made. I enrolled with, Beachbody on Demand. I started doing consistent workouts in the morning. I lost weight. I had more energy. I have this community. I have focus. I have confidence. Whatever it is that's the biggest changes it's made for you. I mean, the things that you've done to make that change, and then finally who you are now. So what you're trying to do is take people from A, B, C. A is the old version of you. You're trying to connect with them and have them say, yes, oh my gosh, I could totally see myself in her. That's me. She's describing me right now. B is what you did to change it. What you enrolled with, your habits, all the like the personal development, the healthy, the Beachbody on Demand, Shakeology, all the products that change, helped you make that change. And then C is who you are now. Because you want them to see she did it. This is the old version of me. Oh my God, that's totally me that she's talking about. And look at where she is now. I need to do this to get there. And she's the one that's going to help me do it. That's how you want them to hear your story from you. So
I'm willing to share.
Oh, awesome. Good. Good, because your story is amazing. I mean, everybody's story is amazing. So, but okay, so we have three people that are willing to share. I mean, we don't really need any more, but if another person wants to, by all means, you can. Just let me know.
I might. I just have to build up some confidence to do that.
Okay.
I'm usually pretty quiet on here, but I just have to build up some confidence to do it.
If you feel that way, do it, because that's what Marissa, she didn't make me do it, but this time last year when I was starting, we actually did this, and I had to share, and I had terrible anxiety. Mm-hmm. I heart racing. I forgot what I was trying to say. I actually wrote it down and kept rereading it. I was freaking myself out terribly. And then I did it anyways, and it helped. And every time you do that, just do it. Cause you're in a safe space with this small group anyways. Okay. And I would say do it if you need practice, cause that's the only way you're going to go for it.
Okay.
And I can give you a great way that you can practice. You can do it in our team page. Do a practice run. Go live. Figure out what you want. Have an idea of what you want to say. Go live in our team page and share your story. Try to keep it to 5 minutes or whatever, and talk about where you were when you started, what changed, and where you are now. And we'll listen to it. And if you want, I'll give you feedback. But it will help you to get over that anxiety that you have about being about speaking in front of people.
By doing it.
Yep, I agree. I've avoided doing any lives.
And
just because I'm terrified of them.
You have to start.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I used to be too.
Which is why you can just do a practice run and, you know, you don't have to worry about it because it's just us and we're not going to judge you.
Okay.
I used to, just so you know, I used to be terrified of doing a live also. But what I did was I basically pictured myself talking to my best friend about it, talking to somebody. So it wasn't like I was talking to a bunch of people. It was like I was telling my story to somebody that meant something to me and trying to connect with them. So it wasn't like I was just saying it into space. And that's how that, and the same thing, like, you know, I wrote it down and I went over it and I had myself all worked up the first time I did it. But, and that's one of the things is, you know, and that's what worked for me was, and that's what even now, like I feel like I'm talking to somebody, not just out there talking to nobody who's not listening. And so if I mess up, I mess up, you know, and, you know, I kind of trip and fall over myself sometimes and I repeat myself sometimes, but it is, the more you do it, the better you get at it and the easier it gets. But if that helps you, I mean, just pretend you're talking to your best friend or talking to your significant other or somebody that means something to you, that your story would mean something to them.
Okay.
And you can actually make it your ideal customer, which is the old you, you know? So like I could put Jana as the person that I'm talking to, you know, she's my most like recent coach that I've enrolled that's engaging in the business. I could pretend like I'm talking to Jana because she's like my ideal. I would love to have 50 Janas on my team. She's my ideal coach and customer because she's self-motivated. She's a team player, super organized. Like she can like attack things and do amazing jobs at presentations. And like, if I had 50 of Janas, I'd be so happy. My team would be like all set. So you could think of your ideal person if you have that person now, and that could be the person you're sharing it with.
Okay.
So I have one question though, because I don't know why, after all these years on Facebook and everything else, I still feel like, do you have the coach sneak peek group that I'm just like not seeing in my Facebook, or how am I inviting? Because I can't figure it out now.
No, I'm just doing personal messaging for not right now inviting, but
Okay.
I can have my assistant create an event real quick right now, today, or should we do a group for now? Do a group. What's better?
Let's do a group. Let's do the group. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll just open up a sneak peek group and I'll get an image in there and we can start posting about it in there for Monday.
Okay. Cool. That'd be good. Honestly, it's kind of like great timing. I mean,
yeah,
people have time, they're home, and
right.
you know, and it's right enough lead time where it's, you know, not too far in advance in the future. It's a good time to do it now.
Right. And this is also like our practice. It's our first one that we've done in a really long time, and the content's different. So it's kind of, we have to also think about it as a practice run. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just about the same thing as your posts. They don't have to be perfect. Just all we're trying to do is show people who we are and what we have to offer them. You know, the more perfect it is, actually, the less likely they're going to be to want to join us, because they're going to think like, there's no way I can do this because they're perfect. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. So yeah, I'll get a group open. I'll do that right now, because if I don't do it right now, it won't happen. And then I'll just post the Zoom like information for them as the very first post in that group. Like, here's the information for you to get on Monday, and then you can invite to that group, and I'll invite all of you guys. I'll post it in the team page, the link to the group. All right. Well, everyone, you know, try to keep your head up, stay positive. I hope that what I shared a little bit about my story and knowing like that, you know, I hope that was a positive impact on you. Like the fact that like I'm going through this thing and like I just lost my job and I'm still going to be okay, and everything's going to be okay. We're all going to, you know, we're going to make it through this. And it was rough for me for like this whole week until Thursday. And it's crazy. Now I already did all my like suffering. And then I found out yesterday, like I was losing my job, and I was just like, okay, like I already did all my like suffering all week. So I'm just like, all right, that's what's going to happen. You know, there's no more, like, I don't have any more like negative energy I can put towards this thing. Like I'm just going to choose to stay positive. So stay positive and stay connected with us. you know, post and engage our community, get our community engaged, because the more people see of that, the more positively is going to be in their life. And that's what we're here to do. So just stay connected, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I look forward to seeing y'all on Monday. And if you have any questions about the sneak peek or the free group, you can comment in our thread or on the team page. And I'm always happy to answer anything I can help you with. All right. All right, ladies, have a great weekend. See ya.